Hey everybody, how is life treating you? This is your daily insight on life and love, and it's for April 16th, 2020. It's also timeless, so wherever you're pulled to in time, let me know what brings you here. Let me know if it resonates. And, well, it's general and collective, so if it doesn't resonate, don't force it. Either let it fall away or ask for clarifications. But if it does, feel free to mention in the comments or reach out in personal message. But you can find me in any social platform, so definitely say hello. Let me know where you are in the world. I'm in Dutchess County, New York, and it's kind of a chilly, brisk spring evening. I want to kick this reading off with regular Rider-Waite. So the basis of this part of the reading is the Hermit. This is Virgo energy, analytical, spiritual journeys, followed by, this reading's, it's starting off pretty interesting. We have the Four of Swords, the Fool, the Nine of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Judgment. Okay. Then we have the Seven of Wands, and the Queen of Wands, and then the Page of Cups. A lot of you are feeling stuck, not sure what the next move is, not sure where you want to go, not sure who you'll be letting go of in your life, putting that firm boundary in so they can't really affect your pathway anymore because it's part of your self-sabotage for keeping these certain individuals in. A lot of people hold on to these relationships and this idea that they owe it. And my friend Dr. Rebecca Renee Modry, she's this amazing professor. She's a college professor. She teaches psychology. She's a spiritual and she bridges the worlds, let's just say that. And I was listening to her podcast today, and it was talking about how why do we hold on to these relationships? Just because you're friends when you're 4 doesn't mean you have to be friends for the rest of your life. And at some point, you have to let somebody go if they're no longer a healthy connection in your life. There's no sense in keeping them in at your own detriment. So this is where you are deciding exactly who is going to cross over the finish line and come into this next phase of life with you. You are being forced into silence, self-reflection, healing that wounded child. This is, we have a lot of sword energy and a lot of wand energy. So this is a healing time for you. While you're facing these little bits of your shadow self, this is important for you to build a firm foundation on. It is a prelude to your new beginning. It's like you are ready to take the leap, but you have to let go of these last strings that are holding you to whatever this previous thought process in life and environment was for yourself. So it's going to be successful because, for one, you have all the time in the world to look at this. You have all this quiet time. You can meditate, reconnect with people online. This is really a time for you to pick and choose what you're going to do and what you're putting your energy into. And so, excuse me, I don't have low energy. I made the mistake of about an hour ago doing a shot of apple cider vinegar. I know, but it starts to flush you. So that's what I'm feeling right now. And it's raw. It's organic. It has the mother. So it's good. It's not for the faint of heart. Definitely a strong taste. And I'm feeling it. Not a low energy, just huge judgment call happening right now. I feel like you have completely surrendered to any sort of fight, argument, pleading for things to go back to the way that they were. Any sense of normalcy. And why did you even want it to begin with? It's not like you wanted to go back to where, you know, that mindset in life was. Why did you want to go back? So it's this familiarity, even if something is, you know, failing or is at our own weakness or detrimental to us or abusive even in some way, shape, or form, because it's known territory, sometimes we want to go back to it, whether or not it's good for us, because even in that sense of failure, we know what we can expect and we know how we can navigate the situation. It's this vicious cycle of constant codependency. That's the best way that I can put it right now. Codependent to a lifestyle that doesn't work for you. So you have completely surrendered your will, and this is actually a fabulous new emotional beginning. The Queen of Wands, a new mindset, outlook, and compassionate set outlook on life. But the Judgment call. This is karmic balancing right now, and with this, there's a lot of water energy in this. Super emotional. What this is leading me to believe is that a lot of this reflection, this has been coming up in the readings a lot in the last week, private or collective, online. If you see my IG, I do the mini daily message. It's been talking about this for a few days now. Going to that little girl, that little boy, that little you that's internalized, and going to repair that connection, whatever that disservice was to it, whether it's any sort of parental or sibling or whatever the issue is, going into it and regrouping. This is a huge time for you to regroup, recalibrate your life. And again, I see this as being incredibly successful because you've already started the initiation process. The floodgates have opened. This is a spiritual awakening and ascension, and it's on so many levels. So to come out of this, when we are on the other side of this, you are this incredibly changed being. You're already starting the process of it right now, which I feel like is why a lot of people are experiencing the up and down, the roller coaster of emotions, the loop-de-loop. Everyone is experiencing it. There's not a soul on this planet who is not experiencing some sort of roller coaster because of, if you're watching this from the future, we're in the time of COVID. So we're experiencing the up and down through the experience of COVID-19. But anyway, this is a very quieting time, silencing time, to the point where you hear your own echoes. And what the hell are you echoing? What are you echoing out into the universe that you are getting a response with? Again, that's going to require a lot of reflection. And again, your individual storyline is going to be incredibly in-depth, intense, and detailed for your own. So, hey, if you're new to the channel, hey, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notification. If you have questions about booking your own personal reading, contact me. You can find me super easy. Do it. All right, babes. Where are we going to now? Do I want to go to the Tarot Illuminati? Hang on. Something's happening here. Okay, so we're definitely using this. Might use this. Hold on. It's happening. I promise. So, hey, you watching this, what have you been experiencing the last few days? What have your ups and downs been looking like? I have pulled the cord on every single one of my last connections except for my kids because, well, you know. The basis of this part of the reading is reward yourself. I'm rewarding myself with completely purging out my body of toxins, of toxic relationships, of if you're committed to your misery, I've noticed that I personally have been pulling the cord on those connections. And it's not that I don't love these people. I do. I love them very much, but This is a time for glowing up. It's just a boundary. So what are you experiencing through all this? So the basis of this part of the reading is reward yourself. Notice the signs. Assertiveness. Sorry. Cleanse and detoxify. Yeah, you're preaching to the choir. See only love. Fresh air. Go for it. Go. Okay, so as of Friday, residents of New York State aren't allowed, if you're leaving your house, you have to have a mask on. So that being said, if you're going outside, mask it up. Do it. But regardless, this is a huge time for grounding. You're going to have to put in extra effort to remain grounded in this time because, again, you're going to be on a roller coaster up and down. It is detaching from all of this materialistic 3D nonsense that we have all been so ingrained with. And it's practicing complete radical surrender, non-attachment, letting everything flow through you. It's not this, I have to purge all of my materialistic wants, needs, and desires. That's not it. It's just not being a slave to such a thing. It is great to want a Bentley. Totally awesome. I couldn't care less about cars. Couldn't possibly care less. But not getting hooked on the materialistic 3D life. Allow the abundance to flow through you. Allow things to flow your way. Allow that great, allow the great things to come your way, but also don't hold it in place. What's coming to you is much bigger and much more meaningful than that. Again, this is part of ascension. So see things with love, cleanse and detoxify. You got to start working on, first off, detoxifying your mind, your body, your spirit, your connections, your environment. We are all these massive, beautiful threads in this big mosaic quilt of life that we don't even know what the picture is of yet, but it plays an incredibly important part in this mosaic quilt. And what does it look like? We don't know what it looks like until we get on the other side of this. So the important thing to do through this is make sure your thread is as vibrant, as beautiful, as individualized as yourself, and not letting dirt get caught up in the threads of you. Does that make sense? So, asserting boundaries and noticing the signs, and reward yourself. Again, reward yourself is the basis of this. What are you rewarding yourself with? Well, first off, what can we do to take the anxiety edge off? You've been giving a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. Make time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving is essential to keeping your energy, mood, and motivation at a consistent high level. Actually, I want to read the alternative meanings for that in the book, because I think that might give you some ideas. So, reward yourself. You played yourself. No. You drew this card because it's time to reward yourself for all your hard work. You've been doing a lot of freaking work. If it's not manual labor, if it's non-essential work, it is spiritual, it is healing, it is all of those things. There's not a soul on the planet who isn't working their asses off right now on some level. That is huge. That needs to be honored. That is not to be minimalized or marginalized. Yeah, minimalized? No, I meant to say marginalized. Freudian slip. Okay. Everyone needs rewards, and you are no exception. A treat will boost your energy, mood, and motivation. Invest in yourself and make time for self-care today. Do it. Give yourself a much-desired item, trip, or service, and notice how your inner child blooms with joy from this loving affirmation, or attention. Loving affirmation might be a thing for some of you. But attention. You really need to shower yourself with attention to be your biggest cheerleader. Take the day off from work today. Splurge on a treat for yourself. Balance making Balance giving with receiving. Make sure that you allow yourself to receive and appreciate all that you have done. It's a lot of people are having such high standards for how they're to ascend and how they are to move through this. You know, what are we going to do with this quiet time? We can't stand idle. It is personal high standards and evolution. It is not personal perfection. Do not use this time to bombard yourself, to berate yourself, to perfect something that is never to be perfected. To give yourself perfection in something that is the only way you can reach puts a cap on your greatness, puts a cap on your abilities. After that, there is no more. Are you kidding me? No. There's always going to be a new incoming moment. There's always going to be a new ascension, elevation, a higher up. Take off that cap of greatness where you can do no more beyond that, and just allow yourself the freedom to evolve and unfold naturally. I was watching this Tony Robbins thing earlier and the other day, and it was, we often overestimate what we can do in a day, in a year, but we often underestimate what we can do in 2 or 3 decades. Take the pressure off yourself. You have all the time in the world in this moment. And God only knows how many moments those will be. But you have all of them in the world. You are timeless. Go for it. What you are embarking on, just go for it. Be about it. Be all in it and completely give yourself free rein to change along the way. I hope that made sense. Stay grounded. Again, it's going to require extra effort, and see yourself with compassionate, loving eyes. You know what? Okay, so we're going to go with messages from your angels. So the basis of this part of the reading is Fiona. Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receive divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. So you've asked for help. Fabulous. You are not in control of how the help comes to you and what help comes to you. You've asked for help. Now step aside so Spirit can do what they do best. They see exactly where you need to go and what the potential is, and they have zero qualms with knocking you on your keister in order for you to get there. You got to surrender to control to enjoy the journey. Stop planning out every pit stop. Yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being. Peace of mind and spiritual growth right now. I agree. Ooh, okay, so both of you. Is there any more? Oh, I love it. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. Your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith, and don't try to force it to happen. Radical surrender for the love of Christ. A happy move to a new home or a place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. It's a whole new world. I know how contrived that sounds, and I know how woozy it sounds, and I know how it sounds like I potentially drank some poison punch. I know, it's actually this change that's happening. We're stepping into the age of Aquarius. You've got to take the conditions off of the mindset, the mind that's growing, the spiritual insight, the crown chakra opening up, the third eye, all these psychic insights and intuitive awakenings. All of these things are happening on some level and degree, but everybody has different tools that they work with and different gifts and talents and strengths. And these are the things that you are building on right now. So when stepping into this whole new world, leaving this the old judgmental and closed off world behind, and the old having to stick to a tradition and having to stick to this old mindset that doesn't fit anybody, you're stepping into something incredibly freeing. In fact, the beginning of the reading was talking about unbridled freedom and unbridled passion for said life, a happy new home, your desired outcome. This is going to be, it's a lot of violet and throat chakra color, so crown and throat chakra color that's coming to the surface right now to speak your truth, to speak your insights, and to speak your peace that is coming into being right now. It is even flowing through you, even flowing to you. And what's standing out to me on this the most right now is the shadows and also the dove. The dove is a divine sense of peace. It's a divine symbol of peace. It is a gift bestowed to you, but also the shadows of this, it's like the dove is the silver lining to this shadow work that you are doing. And again, it's a lot of retrieval of that inner child that has been locked away inside of you, reconditioned for societal structures and norms and things that are completely outdated for where we are going. Where we are going, we don't need this sense of structure. It's like it's holding you back. So now that you've asked for help, this is going to come to you through signs, through synchronicities, and also through your dreams, all over the board. Everyone has been experiencing intense symbolic dreams, very psychically insightful dreams. So I've been urging absolutely everybody and their brother to keep a pen and paper or some sort of recording device by your bed. So when you wake up, I don't care when it is, if you wake up in the middle of the night, start making notes then too. You know, you're coming out of dreamland, aren't you? But before you even start your list of gratitude in the morning, which is going to be something that I'm urging you to practice, before you start your list of gratitude, what you're grateful for, start listing off the memories, the symbols of the dreams that you had, anybody who it was and what their position was in the dream, how you felt throughout it. It doesn't matter if it makes sense. It's a symbolic thing for you right now. And also, after you do that, I want you to start spouting off either aloud or in your head little things that you are grateful for. It could be you are grateful for having something to sleep on, something to sleep in. It could be the clothing on you. It could be the room that you're in. It could be your cup of coffee. It could be your friends, family, lovers, all of these things. But the gratitude and that mindset before your feet hit the ground in the morning is a total game changer on how you start the day. I completely forgot to do it yesterday, and I felt it. I weirdly felt it. But this is going to be something where you have to teach consistency on that one. So this is divine timing at play right now. What you fill it with is totally up to you, but a lot of you are stepping into a massive life purpose. And this is going to be something, again, longevity, long-term. Don't try and have it all done at once. That's where the anxiety is coming from, and that's where you start to self-sabotage. Don't procrastinate. Just let this flow through you, and this is going to be the best outcome, a continuously evolving outcome, but for the betterment. And it's also going to move you either actually physically or, you know, just in that sense of ascension where you're seeing the world almost like through new eyes, new colors, these bright, vibrant colors. So I want to finish this off with love because I need some love. I need some love today. All right, I want whispers of love. We're going to do whispers of love. I'm going to shout out this whole part. Physical touch. That's actually my love language. That and words of affirmation. All right, Spirit. What can I tell the collective about love? Can I get 2 or 3 more cards? All right, what can I tell the collective about love? Again, don't make it resonate. If it does not, ask for clarification or let it go. If you want to book your own personal reading, check the description and find me on any social platform. We will book it. Ooh, slow down. We'll get there, but I want to get there alive. You will. Slow the hell down. The universe is already conspiring to get everything to go like clockwork. It doesn't need you to swim with the current so you crash your head up against a rock. No, slow the hell down. This is happening in complete divine timing. This is unfolding supernaturally. That was kind of cool. Highly emotional time. I want 2 more. Come on. Physical touch, a tender touch. Be more expressive with your body. Be more expressive with what your body needs are. Slow down. You don't need to solidify this connection in 5 minutes. This is not going anywhere. Practice compassion. Be in the present and dream of the future. Love who you are. And the final card on this is love is all around you. The universe, life, consciousness, it all communicates through vibrational wavelengths. And when a vibration matches up, it moves like magnets through time and space towards each other. And it's not just in this love connection. This is for your abundance. How you elevate your vibration authentically indicates what is coming your way. So if you are going to be in fear, that low vibe, you are going to get more of it. Rescue yourself, authentically rescue that inner child, and get the hell out of the way so all this amazing abundance can rightfully come your way. So this is talking about practice compassion on yourself, because you are wanting to hurry this up. You want your answer right now, but you are still doing a lot of self-work right now. The answer isn't going to come just because you said, all right, did it, done, we're good now, we're good, everyone, we're good. That's not how this works. You have to go through the ringer on this, and it's not going to be as long as you would think. It's not going to be drawn out. Just face it head on with all these little blips that come up in due time. For instance, I've been triggered with childhood issues, and instead of flipping out like I would have a long time ago, I'm putting myself in a quiet space and trying to figure out what the hell this mess is and how it affects me now and how I can heal that little girl internally. You are doing the same thing. When it comes up, don't try and analyze it in that moment. Get into a quiet space and go and talk with that little girl or boy who's in you, who you need to rescue. And in that, you surrender that, and that little bit of you comes back. And then, sorry, 1 second. And then you start to get on a higher vibration, and then your world is a little bit different looking, and then you are a little different looking because your beacon is brighter and it's calling in its ships. But love is all around you if you surrender, heal, and get out of the way of trying to rush it. You can't rush something before it is done. So I hope that this made sense. You have a lot of healing to do. It's going to happen. It's going to happen in blips. Be gentle with yourself, be compassionate with yourself, and the more that you heal yourself, heal the internal child, the more that love is opening up and showing itself to you. That's already all around you. So I hope this reading made sense. Let me know if you need clarification. Let me know if you want to book your own personal reading, but definitely say hello. Let me know where you are in the world. I will talk to you very soon, and until next time, stay safe, have fun, and I love you all very much. Bye.